Hello bakers! Today I fancied something quite quick and easy, so I'm going to do some Sultana scones. I'm going to use a Ruby Tandoh recipe I found online. I've not tried it before, but she tends to be really good actually, and I particularly like her approach of, you know, that'll do, or if you haven't got that, that's fine. So she has saffron in these, so there's saffron, honey and sultana, and yeah, let's see. First up, just going to weigh out some milk. I'm going to do 3 or 4, I think, so a little small batch bake. And then some pinch of saffron, and then this gets kind of brought almost to the boil. And then it will kind of infuse while we get on with the rest. I'll put that on the heat. Then we're adding some unsalted butter, which doesn't say whether it can be, what sort of temperature it's meant to be, so mine's just straight from the fridge. I think it's probably from the fridge, isn't it, because scones are not like pastry, but it's not meant to cream them, so, and that'll do, I think. A tiny bit over there. And add some flour. She says you can rub it in with your fingertips, but I'm going to see if I can use the mixer. It might be a bit small, so I might have to get my hands dirty, but we'll see. So that mixed fine in the mixer, like, so there's no kind of visible bits of butter really remaining. Okay, and then let's see what's next. Some baking powder, stir that in, and baking soda and salt. Get that mixed together. And the sultanas. I'm sure you could use raisins. These sultanas feel a bit old and hard and dry. I'm sure they'll be fine. And then you have a tablespoon, well, because I'm doing a quarter, it's a tablespoon of runny honey. I only had set honey, so I just gave it a little blast in the microwave. And then a bit of vanilla. Give it a little whisk. And then the milk, which I've just felt, and it's kind of room temperature, but it's not all of the milk. Get my weighing scale out, because some of the milk will evaporate, so we kind of heated up more than we needed. So I mean, look at that colour, but actually more evaporated than the recipe accounted for, so I'm just going to get a little bit more milk. I'd imagine that happened because as I'm making a smaller amount and it's a smaller liquid and a wide pan, that'd be my guess, it kind of evaporated a bit faster. Or I'm talking nonsense. Anyway, so give that a mix together. And then slowly add this to the dry. Give it a little stir. I'm gonna put some flour down, just a little bit. That'll do, won't it? And then, so you can see, I've kind of, this is roughly mixed. It still needs a little bit of mixing, but I'll do that because with scones you don't really want to work them too much. So I'll shape that into a round. Bring it together a little bit, and then about 2 centimeters high. You know what, I might get a ruler for. So yeah, that's about 2. And she says to stamp them out with 6 centimeter cookie cutters to see if that's, I think what I might actually do is just cut it into quarters, just like we score it to begin off with, and then just transfer that over to the baking tray. Also, usually I've never made this before, but in the recipe she says to put an egg glaze on, but I think I'll just do milk because it's such a small batch and I don't want to waste an egg. Tidy those up a little bit, and then let's get them on the baking tray. So I just put some milk in the bowl. I had the honey and vanilla and milk in. I might use a new one. I'm just going to brush the tops with some milk. I mean, it won't be as like shiny and brown, but it's still a bit of a glaze. And then a little sprinkle demerara sugar, which I've never done on top of scones before. It kind of makes sense, nice little crunch. And she says these aren't the scones that you'd usually have with like cream and jam. You just slice it and spread it thickly with butter. I mean, I'm usually a butter jam scone girl, or scone, depending whereabouts you're from. Anyway, but yeah, I like, that's probably enough sugar, isn't it? I like just something you can have a bit of butter, like a hot cross bun or a crumpet. Anyway, so let's pop these in. It took about 15 minutes. So the scones cooled down. See, they went nice and golden. So let's see. I mean, if that's not some of the best cutting you've ever seen. So it looks kind of nice and light and airy. Gonna put some butter on it. Fair amount of butter, fridge cold butter, and let's try. Really good. It's I mean, it's a scone recipe, so it's only so different it can be, but it has got that slight soft sweetness of the honey, because usually you'd add sugar. And I think you can taste a bit of the saffron too. Yeah, it's lovely. I mean, they're scones. There's only so much you can do, but yeah, I like it. I'm going to sit down with a cup of tea now, finish this off. I hope you liked. I'm going to have another sneaky bite actually. I hope you liked this week, and I'll see you next time.